Well, I think the important thing is we got that one over with. It's a challenging game. It's a hard game. I learned from experience 2 years ago that the game back from Maui is not easy. We actually had 2 or 3 more days and to recover. We were a very tired basketball team, and knew that going in. Not to take anything away from Mississippi Valley or anybody else, but we knew that this would be a game that we would have to grind through physically and mentally. Friday in practice, we didn't do much. We just shot balls and watched the film, and then got back after it yesterday a little bit. Our guys, most indicated they didn't go to bed before 2:30 or 3 the night before, just trying to get back on Central Time. And then again today, I'm tired. So I know that they all were, and now we can kind of regroup and get back to bed tonight and try to get this thing back on cycle. But that's the difficulty of going to Maui. Thought our bench was great. I thought we got a nice lift from our bench today, and you know, we hadn't seen a ton of matchup zone. We worked on a little bit yesterday. I thought we did some nice things early, especially from the 3-point line. We get a little crazy there shooting them. We missed Adonis and Georgie, but you know, all in all, it's a win, and now we can get ready for a quick turnaround with the Tuesday game in South Bend.
Questions for Coach? Coach, you guys put up 33s today, tied a single game school record, making 16 that day. Are you comfortable putting up that many 3 balls in a game when they're going in, or is it just?
No, I think that's a little bit about who we are. I really like it when they go in. I mean, but I think that's the one thing that we know we're going to be that team a little bit, and we've got a lot of guys who can make them, and you know, I like that concept. I think we have to find a little better balance throwing the ball into the paint. You know, Georgie proved in Maui he can score in the paint, and you know, Adonis can score. He's still playing his way, you know, kind of back into condition, but you know, and then I think we saw a little bit from Samba today. Samba's a very talented kid offensively, and we saw little bits and pieces of that today.
Yeah, just about to ask you about Samba. How valuable was it to get him some minutes right now? Going forward, might not know if he'll be able to get on the court.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I think he's got a chance to get on the court. I think he's a guy that gets better every single day in practice. It's been, for him, it's more on the defensive side of just understanding positioning, help side defense. You know, you look at our numbers statistically, and we've been excellent in post defense. Most of that credit goes to Georgie, and I think he's starting to figure some things out there as well. But you know, my confidence in him offensively is very high. I mean, he can do some things, and then he can help us protect the rim. You know, blocking shots and away from the ball when he gets going. So yeah, he's getting better every day.
Jim and then Rob.
Coach, going back to your comment about, you know, the team, everything being tired, was that due to maybe the various lineup changes that you had today, not letting one person stand there for very long just because of the, you know, being tired from the long trip?
Well, you know, and again, I'm not making taking anything away from Mississippi Valley. I'm not. You know, I felt pretty confident we were in good shape to win the game. So it was a good opportunity to. I played Iowa more than I wanted to. But again, I thought, and when we mentioned Iowa's performance was dominant, and he didn't score the basketball. You know, 9 assists. Did he have a turnover? No turnovers. And 9 rebounds. We've really been challenging him to get on the glass. But yeah, I thought it was an opportunity to get some guys some minutes. It was also an opportunity to, you know, get some extended run for a few guys. And Samba was one of those guys. And You know, I felt pretty good about, you know, the minutes. I was really concerned about, you know, AJ. We rode AJ really, really hard in Maui. We asked him to guard high level wing guys every night, and he played great, and he rebounded, and he scored, and I knew he was a little tired, so his minutes were probably the one I was most concerned about.
Well, the flip side of attempting 30 from the arc is that you didn't get to the line. You only attempted 8 free throws, but I assume that doesn't concern you if you made 16 threes.
Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I want to get to the line. I mean, we got to drive the ball better. We've got to drive the ball more, and you know, that's a little more difficult against the zone. But yeah, we've got to improve in that area.
When you play Georgie and Adonis together at the beginning of the game, does it change a little bit defensively what you can do because the amount of pressure you want to put out on the ball, and with them having to guard in space maybe a little?
Yeah, and you know, we've worked really hard on not extending Adonis, getting him. You know, he wants to be like everybody else, and he can't be. So we've worked very, very hard on not extending him much above the top of the key, if at all, just letting his guy catch. And that's okay. But you know, Georgie's got unbelievable feet. We could switch very easily 1 through 4 with Georgie because his feet are so good. He can move. He's got great length. But you know, it causes us to do a few things different, Brad, with AD. But the ball screen stuff wise, we've made that adjustment previously.
After the kind of tournament that Kipper had, was it how important was it to get him going in a game like this today?
Well, I think the one thing with Kip is, you know, it's I want him to play as hard as he can play. And when the ball goes in, the ball goes in. And you know, Kipper, we all know Kipper's a guy who can make baskets, and I take that for granted. I do. I think the fact that, you know, Kipper's proven he can be a double-digit rebound guy in big games is something I'm looking for. You know, we scored 86 points today, you know, fairly easily, and yet I keep wanting more for Kip. I want 7, 8 rebounds. I want him to be that vocal piece defensively that he can be. And we had a tough tournament in Maui, and we had a lot of conversations with him. He's, you know, he's going to be fine. He's just got to simplify things, and you know, it all starts with hard work.
But it looked like early in the first half when they were matching you guys a little bit for bucket, you were going to let your guys maybe figure some things out on the court without interjecting much. Was that a plan of yours? And if so, how did they respond to that?
Yeah, I think it was like I said. I almost expected this slow start. Just simply, I mean, just you guys don't understand when you haven't made that trip how taxing that trip is. And you know, I think if you look, I don't think anybody else is playing today. It is a hard trip. I knew there was going to be some moments that, you know, and I figured at the start. And yeah, we made a few shots, and we didn't we had no defensive thought. I mean, we didn't play anywhere close defensively to the way we played in Maui for any stretch. But that's, you know, I thought our bench did a great job of kind of interjecting some life and some pop, and DeMonte gave us a nice lift, and you know, Allen came in and did a couple things. If we get Allen to quit turning the doggone ball over, you know, he had a nice game. But yeah, so I'm not pleased, but it was expected.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right, thanks everybody.